Well, for the first time in 6 games, the Carolina Hurricanes suffer a loss. To Chicago, another really bad team on paper, like Detroit. They're off to a bad start. Carolina falls flat against them. Now, I could sit here and do some overdramatic ranting for clickbait and everything. There's no point. The Canes were due for a loss. We won 5 games in a row. We can't really complain when you lose a game after 5 games in a row. Do I think the Canes played well today? Absolutely not. But they had been playing well but they had just won 5 games in a row. So, at the end of the day, this isn't the end of the season. It's not a ball buster, but it definitely is a sign of improvement. Now, Carolina, I think, plays like a young team. They're a young team. I think the biggest flaw to Carolina is the flaw for a lot of young hockey teams. They can't really hold the lead, and they tend to give up some goals when they really shouldn't. Carolina tied the game twice, I think, in this game, and Chicago came back and scored on them both times. I think they might have tied it 3 times. They got the opening goal. They came out strong, but they made a lot of crappy mistakes. I thought Carolina offensively they played fine. 4 goals, you can't complain about that. Defensively, no doubt about it, they were awful. They let Chicago, whose strength is their offense. I mean, Patrick Kane is the third best player of the generation I grew up watching hockey, which is Sidney Crosby, Ovechkin, and then Kane. I think Kane is the third best player in that group. But you got to contain him. He's one player. DeBrincat played better. Kubalik, all of them were outplaying Carolina's defense. And then the penalty kill sucked. Three out of giving up 3 out of 4 power plays, 3 out of 5 power plays is unacceptable. Like if you're watching hockey, especially for a team that generally has a good penalty kill. Now look, it's 5 games in a row, but I need to just analyzing this game in itself. The Canes were bad tonight. No doubt about it. They could contribute offensively, defensively. Everyone fell flat, in my opinion. Now, I think all the strengths in this game, like I'm going to sound like a broken record, but I could go to each player. Aho played great offensively, didn't play well defensively. His defensive breakdown caused the game-winning goal. Svechnikov, I thought he played okay. Jordan Staal had a great defensive player of the game last game, had a great defensive play. There were some moments of good hockey. I think it was a back and forth game, but you can't you can't lose to Chicago. They did a back to back against Chicago, a weaker team in the division, and they gave up more points than they got out of it. That's not the kind of performances that will get you into the playoffs. However, that being said, winning 5 games, the record of 5-2-1 will get you into the playoffs. It might be 5-2-0. You know what? I'm gonna fact check myself because, yeah, what kind of personality would I be if I didn't fact check myself? So allow me to. So Carolina is now 6-2-0. So they're 6-2-0. You're gonna make the playoffs with that kind of record. It's all about bouncing back. It's a short season, but it's still 56 games. You're gonna lose games. It's all about bouncing back and what you can see for improvement. As for Hurricane of the game, I gotta go. I was initially gonna go Aho for the first 2 periods, but his defense, he made a bad play. He should have covered the guy in front of the net, and he didn't. I was thinking Dougie Hamilton, but Dougie Hamilton on the power play just turned the puck over and got beat wide and didn't look like he tried that hard, which is a rarity out of Dougie Hamilton. I thought Slavin played okay defensively, but it's not up to par with Slavin. I think he's still recovering from COVID. Warren Fogle was invisible. Niederreiter did a few good things. There's one player who I thought was playing an okay game. Everyone just played an okay game. This was just an all-around falling flat team effort, which happens in hockey. I got to give it to Marty Necas as a way. I hope he's okay. That was scary. It was a clean hit, no problem with the play Kahan made on him. It's just one of those things in hockey. You got the momentum of the boards kind of picked him up, and his head hit the ice. That's probably a concussion, and he's probably going to miss a few weeks, which is unfortunate because I think Natchez has been playing good hockey. So I'll give it to Marty Natchez. When it comes to the game, yeah, just to summarize, awful defensively, okay, awful defensively, pretty good game offensively. When Carolina really pushed, they did well for themselves, but they didn't push enough this game. And that's the thing with Carolina. They're inconsistent during games. Last game they gave Chicago a point. They outplayed Chicago throughout the entire game, and then they kind of fell flat. Carolina has a hard time protecting leads, and they tend to give up some clutch goals that you can't give up if you want to win the Stanley Cup. And I want to win the Stanley Cup this year. But look on the bright side. They're 6-2-0. A lot of hockey left. And you can't really be too mad at a team for losing after winning 5 games in a row. If Carolina wants to win 5 games in a row and then play an awful game, but it's unfortunate that I had to come to a team that's about to go through a rebuild like Chicago. But it's just they were due for one, and I don't think this game always went their way. But that's hockey, baby. Um, so yeah, but comment down below what you guys thought of the game. I like interacting with you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like the content I'm producing on the channel. And I forgot to check when the Canes next game is. I got to remind myself to do that so I don't have to look at my phone when shooting a video here. I'm trying to be somewhat professional here. Columbus. Columbus, that'll be an important game coming up on Sunday at 3 p.m. So matinee game. Get to watch it before the Super Bowl. And you know what? That reminds me, Super Bowl Sunday's coming up. This will be the last video I upload before Super Bowl Sunday. Who are you guys rooting for in the Super Bowl? Give me the general consensus amongst Canes fans for the Super Bowl. Tom Brady and the Buccaneers, or Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. I've had a lot of fun watching football this year. Hockey comes first. So I'll see you guys Sunday for the review of the Hurricanes versus the Blue Jackets, and I'll talk to you guys then.